Good morning, Extreme Disciples. It's a nice early morning, if it's still morning where you're at when you're watching this today. It's beautiful outside, not as hot as it's been down here for the last few days, but I'm sure it'll warm up. Today I want to talk about knowing who you are, or actually let me say, knowing what kind of spirit you are of. Let me read this passage for you out of Luke chapter 9. And I'm going to start in verse 51. As the time approached for him to be taken up to heaven, Jesus resolutely set out for Jerusalem. And he sent messengers on ahead who went into a Samaritan village to get things ready for him. But the people there did not welcome him because he was heading for Jerusalem. When the disciples James and John saw this, they asked, love this, "Lord, do you want us to call fire down from heaven to destroy them?" But Jesus turned and rebuked them, and they went to another village. Now, depending on what version you're reading, it will also have a little note. I have a little note here that says, "And he said to them, you do not know what kind of spirit you are of, for the Son of Man did not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them." Now, what is our first response to first response to someone who denies Jesus? You want to tell them, well, that's it. You're going to hell. You know, if you're not going to accept Jesus here and now, you are going to hell. Jesus said, that is not it at all. You know, don't you know what spirit you are of? We're not here to destroy men's lives. We're not here to condemn them to hell. We're not here to rain fire down on them because their first opportunity at accepting Christ, they deny Him. But that's what the church has been known to do. Now, I think things are changing a little bit, and I'm happy to see that. But you still have some people who would like to say, well, if you don't accept Jesus right now, you're going to hell. Well, as true as that may be, those that are outside of Christ will not spend an eternity with the Father in heaven. But the way to get them is not to condemn them to hell. We got to know what spirit that lives in us. The spirit of truth, but it's peace, it's love, it's all those other things, the fruit of the Spirit that lives within us. And in none of those things, if we went by all those things, that spirit that is within us, I don't think at any moment we would think that it would be okay to call fire down on someone at any time. That's definitely not peace. It's definitely not love. It's definitely not gentleness or kindness. It's not any of those things. So Jesus says, know what spirit you're of. So when you go out there and you're being an extreme disciple and someone says, well, I don't want Jesus, you don't have to yell back at them and say, well, fine, enjoy the barbecue. No. You still respond to them in love. Just walk away. Shake the dust off. Someone else may come behind you and be able to reach that person. And if that person's only memory is of you telling them that they're going to burn in hell, then they're not going to want to talk to that next person that comes through. Being an extreme disciple is knowing what kind of spirit you are of. Being true to yourself, knowing what your true mission is, and knowing how you can most effectively reach people. Stop asking to rain fire down on people and be that spirit of truth and peace and love that lives within you. That's how you can be an extreme disciple for Christ. Have a great day, and God bless.